exposing the hypocrisy, El-Rufai's Sham Saintliness and his dark legacy in fueling terrorism in Nigeria. In the turbulent arena of Nigerian politics, Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai stands out as a master of reinvention, constantly reshaping his image to suit the moment. The former governor of Kaduna State and one-time minister of the Federal Capital Territory now positions himself as a moral crusader, a saintly whistleblower exposing the alleged sins of the Tinubu administration. But this portrayal is a farce, especially when it comes to his claims of financing and sponsoring anti-terror efforts, or tourists. El-Rufai's recent barrage of criticisms against the National Security Advisor, NSA, Nuhu Ribadu, and the Tinubu government accusing them of paying bandits and empowering terrorists is nothing short of hypocritical projection. The world knows better, and El-Rufai is no saint. He is widely regarded as a major financier and enabler of terror in Nigeria, with a history of actions that have directly aided bandits and extremists. It's time to peel back the layers of his self-aggrandizing narrative and confront the ugly truths of his past. In this piece, Family Writers Press International does not claim that Nuhu Ribadu or the Tinubu administration are blameless. Instead, we aim to expose El-Rufai's hypocrisy as he seeks to reinvent himself for political gain while downplaying his own history of enabling terrorism. El-Rufai's latest offensive began in late August 2025, escalating into September with fiery interviews and social media posts. On Channels Television's Politics Today on August 31, 2025, he lambasted the federal government for adopting a "Kiss the Bandits" policy, claiming it provides monthly allowances and food to bandits under the guise of non-kinetic strategies. He specifically targeted the NSA's office, alleging that billions in ransom payments are funneled to armed groups in states like Kaduna, Katsina, and Zamfara, empowering them to buy weapons and perpetuate violence. Unmasking El-Rufai's complicity in aiding terrorists and bandits. El-Rufai's history is a damning chronicle of policies and statements that have fueled terrorism and banditry, earning him accusations from human rights groups, community leaders, and even international watchdogs as a key enabler. During his tenure as Kaduna governor, the state became a notorious epicenter of violence, with over 1,192 people killed and 3,348 kidnapped figures the current administration cites as a low point under his watch. Southern Kaduna, in particular, suffered relentless attacks by Fulani herdsmen militias, which Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch documented as systematic ethnic cleansing. Yet, El-Rufai's response was often biased protection for these groups, whom he portrayed as victims rather than perpetrators. In 2018, amid a wave of killings in southern Kaduna, El-Rufai threatened to demolish homes of anyone attacking Fulani herders, a statement widely seen as shielding potential terrorists. His administration's allocation of billions for vigilante groups and grazing reserves raised alarms, with reports suggesting these funds empowered Fulani militias linked to banditry. Critics, including the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, in Kaduna, have long branded him a terrorist sponsor for his selective justice, favoring Muslim Fulani groups over indigenous Christian communities devastated by attacks. In one infamous 2014 tweet while campaigning, El-Rufai falsely claimed Christians funded Boko Haram to tarnish Islam, a dangerous lie that inflamed tensions and aligned him with Islamist narratives, despite Boko Haram's clear ties to groups like ISIS. Further exposing his role, El-Rufai's government was accused of negotiating settlements with bandits, paying ransoms indirectly through intermediaries, a practice he now hypocritically decries in the Tinubu era. During his time as FCT minister under Obasanjo, his aggressive demolitions displaced thousands, but whispers of ties to northern power brokers linked to Boko Haram's early financing persisted. By 2023, a leaked video showed him admitting to discriminating against Christians in appointments, boasting that those that are not Muslims don't vote for our party, which only deepened divisions exploited by extremists. On X, formerly Twitter, users from southern Kaduna and Biafran advocates routinely label him a bandit sponsor and killer, with posts calling for probes into his complicity in genocide-like violence. International advisories, including U.S. warnings on Kaduna's volatility under his rule, underscore how his policies turned the state into a terrorist haven. El-Rufai's recent pivot reeks of political opportunism, perhaps eyeing 2027 relevance or deflecting from his own failures. As the Kaduna government noted in a September 1, 2025 statement, his tenure was marked by ethno-religious division, disregard for human life, and systematic marginalization, contrasting sharply with current gains under Uba Sani. By accusing others of funding bandits while his record shows the opposite, El-Rufai isn't exposing corruption, he's projecting his own guilt. Stop the Saint Act. El-Rufai, the world knows you as a terror financier. Nasir El-Rufai, your pretense of sainthood must end. Do not dare portray yourself as a virtuous financier or sponsor of peace. The world knows you as the major financier of terror in Nigeria. Under your watch, Kaduna bled from banditry and herdsmen attacks you allegedly enabled through biased policies, opaque funding, and inflammatory rhetoric. You sponsored peace committees that armed militias, negotiated with criminals while denying it, and sowed division that terrorists exploited. Your accusations against the NSA and Tinubu government are mirrors reflecting your own sins, payments to bandits, empowerment of extremists, and a legacy of death. Nigerians, particularly in southern Kaduna, haven't forgotten the thousands killed on your watch. Human rights groups, community leaders, and global observers see through your charade. This isn't moral outrage. It's a desperate bid to rewrite history amid your political irrelevance. Cease this facade of integrity. Face accountability for your role in aiding terror before lecturing others. Nigeria's true path to security lies in exposing enablers like you, not amplifying their hypocrisy. The evidence from graves in Kaduna to your own admissions seals your fate as no saint, but a stained architect of insecurity. Family Writers Press International.